The African National Congress is preparing to mark its 114th anniversary with its annual January 8 statement, set to be delivered on the 10th of January at Moruleng Stadium in the Northwest Province. But as the governing party reflects on more than a century of political struggle, analysts and civil society voices are increasingly questioning whether the historic address still carries the weight and relevance it once did. For decades, the January 8 statement has been a defining moment in South Africa's political calendar. During the years of exile and repression, it served as a strategic guide for the liberation movement, often delivered by the late Oliver Tambo and broadcast through Radio Freedom to underground activists inside the country. Following the dawn of democracy in 1994, the statement evolved into a national political compass. With overwhelming electoral majorities, the ANC's January 8 message often set the tone for government priorities and policy direction ahead of the State of the Nation address. However, the political landscape has changed significantly. South Africa is facing persistent unemployment, deepening inequality, rising violent crime, and strained public institutions. At the same time, the ANC now governs as part of a government of national unity, following its loss of an outright parliamentary majority in the 2024 elections. This new governing arrangement has limited the party's ability to act unilaterally and has diluted the authority that once made the January 8 statement a central instrument of national leadership. Political analysts argue that large-scale rallies and ceremonial speeches no longer resonate with communities whose daily lives are shaped by poverty, insecurity, and exclusion. Instead, calls are growing for the ANC to reimagine January 8 as a moment of accountability and direct engagement rather than celebration. Some have suggested that the day could be dedicated to meaningful dialogue with communities still bearing the scars of South Africa's unresolved injustices. Among the most powerful symbols of these contradictions is the August 2012 Marikana massacre. The workers, families, and communities affected by that tragedy continue to live with its economic and psychological consequences, highlighting enduring failures in accountability, labor relations, and social justice. Observers say that genuine engagement with such communities would represent a return to the ANC's foundational values of dignity, solidarity, and service to the people. They argue that listening, acknowledging harm, and committing to tangible corrective action could restore substance to a political tradition that has increasingly lost its impact. As the ANC prepares to deliver its January 8 statement, the question remains whether the party will continue with political ritual or embrace renewal through accountability and reconnection with ordinary South Africans. The answer may shape not only the future of the January 8 address, but the credibility of the movement itself.